reminds us through his own lifestyle, and the other Anbiya alayhimu salatu wa taslim, they teach us through their own experience that sacrifice for a short amount of time can lead to happiness for an extended amount of time. And inappropriate behavior can bring happiness for a short amount of time, but it will lead to sadness in the long run. Ibn Qudama rahimahullah ta'ala, in Kitab al-Tawwabin, he gives a very interesting analogy. He says that people who do things that are haram, unlawful, in the immediate wake of things, they may get a buzz, some happiness. You know, somebody wants to drink, smoke, you know, have haram relationships. They want to do these things. In the immediate, in the now, here and now, the person will get enjoyment. Maybe an hour, maybe a few hours, maybe a day. But by the end of it, the lapse from the high that the person goes back to normalcy is so debilitating, it's so hard on the nafs, that that person will anguish in his own misery for much longer. But the opposite, when someone has a temptation and holds himself back or herself back, they're tempted or they're called to do something haram and they don't do it, the pinch and the difficulty of the nafs, it hurts. Maybe for half an hour, maybe for an hour, maybe for a day. You know what, maybe even for a week. But once the person recovers from that difficult phase, the happiness, the tuma'nina, the itminan, and the sukoon that comes in the person's heart is unmatched. And he gives the example of 3 Anbiya, but I just want to quickly talk about one, Yusuf alayhi salam. And he explains how Yusuf alayhi salam, he was called by the wife of the Aziz of Egypt to do something that was haram. He was called to do something haram. وَقَالَتْ هِيْتَ لَكَ. Let's do something that is inappropriate. And he says, there's no way I can do this. My Allah is watching me and I fear my Allah. Because of that, he was put into the prison, which was very small. Very small. You know, let's say hypothetically speaking, 5 by 5, that was his prison cell. But he persevered. And after some time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took him out of that 5 by 5 or 10 by 10 cell and gave and put at his disposal the riches of Egypt. He was now the finance secretary of Egypt once he came out. So Ibn Qudama, he explains that people will enjoy themselves, but the outcome will be one of more grief. Others, Muslims, will be able to control themselves, and it will be hard at first, but the comfort and the peace of mind that follows is unparalleled. So for ourselves, and we need to remind our children and our young ones that when everyone else is out there partying, having fun, enjoying themselves, doing things, you know, things that are inappropriate, then we need to remind ourselves that the sacrifices we make now, inshallah, will come back manyfold, either in this life, but definitely in the afterlife. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to strengthen us. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to boost our iman and protect us from doing those things that are inappropriate in His sight. Jazakumullah.